What's good, people? Welcome back to another episode of RNS. It's been a minute. We have been places. It's been nearly a year, bruv. I think the last time we recorded in this studio was in November.
Well, last time we recorded, Maresco's still Chelsea manager, and then
Ruben's still United manager. And yeah, bro, a lot has happened. But well, I'll go on quickly, Fari. What are you telling me?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, well, we're surviving, we're thriving, things are moving, things are happening. The culmination of a NFL season, which we'll talk about. The football season's heating up. The NBA season starts to heat up. Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm feeling in a good place right now. What about you?
Yeah, good, man. Obviously, me and Zach were at AFCON.
How was it?
It was good. AFCON was good. The weather was terrible, but nevertheless, it was a good tournament. Crazy final, which we've spoken about already. But yeah, overall, I think it was a good tournament. I enjoyed it. It was that.
Mane, top five African players of all time.
He's 2 AFCONs, bro, and the two only because Senegal didn't win an AFCON before Sadio Mane, so you got to put him up there. You got to put them up there as one of the best African players of all time, maybe top 5. But that could be another discussion we do one day.
For another day.
But listen, 4 in a row. 4 in a row.
Yeah.
And as you said, the last time we spoke, we've had different managers. I'm gonna ask you about Man United. What have you seen since Super Michael Carrick has come in? What have you seen that's different to Man United? Because I can tell you, but I want to know from the neutral standpoint.
Shout out to Coach Cam. We called him Michael Carrick, and I said, yeah, I hear it. Bro, like, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. And the thing is, you can say yes, but it's easy to get out from Manchester derby. Yeah, maybe it is. The players are self-motivated. You can say, yeah, had nothing to lose against Arsenal at the Emirates. Yeah, maybe. But then to get the win against Fulham and then to get the win against Spurs, you'd probably say in terms of 4-game spell in the Premier League, does it get harder than that? Like, Spurs, yeah, they're on their knees right now, but Fulham are one of the most informed sides in the country. So to beat Arsenal or to beat City, to beat Arsenal, to beat Fulham, to beat Spurs, you can't take away from Manchester United. And now they find themselves in 4th place in the Premier League. And yeah, I'm impressed. I don't think he's reinvented the wheel, but what I did say with Michael Carrick, I said, let's not hold it against him, the same things that people talk about when it comes to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because it's a different situation. Michael Carrick went down to the Championship, and he was a heralded manager. People were excited about Michael Carrick. He had a bit of hype behind him. Went down to the Championship. They did well in their first season in Middlesbrough. Second season, they finished 10th, and he lost his job. That doesn't mean he's a bad manager, and I don't think we should penalise people for going down to the Championship and trying it. Enzo Maresca was a Championship manager. Comes to Chelsea, wins 2 trophies, finishes 4th. Now he's on the shortlist for the Man City job when Pep leaves. It's a tough league. What would happen to Mikel Arteta if he'd gone to Ipswich? We don't know. And now he might win the Premier League. They're saying the quadruple. I don't think so. But like, I'm impressed, and I like the way that he's rejuvenated players that we had kind of given up on, and the fact that he's got 4 wins in a row, Man United, and they're now looking up rather than over their shoulder is testament to the job that he's done.
I know, I totally agree. Listen, it's only been 4 games, and Michael Carrick's only here for an interim stint unless something happens. But the one thing I can say, because he hasn't done much, like from the time he actually got announced and the training session in the City game, we all looked at that City game and said, "Oh, rah!" Like, not even they're up for it. Like, they're playing well.
Yeah.
And at half time, Old Trafford clapped. It was 0-0. We didn't score against City in the first half.
Yeah.
But they clapped because the people at Old Trafford have been going there for multiple years and they know what it looks like.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Like, it's very hard. Carl Anka said this. It's not, like, you can't really pinpoint what the Man United DNA is until you see it.
Yeah.
And when you see it, it's like, there it is.
Yeah.
And that's it. And if you want to pin it down to it, it's just getting the job done, beating teams however you need to do it. Whether it's through attacking play, because, bro, look, all the games are different. Those first 3 games against Arsenal, City, and Fulham, we had less possession. But if you go think about those games, you not once would you think United had less of the ball than the other teams.
Yeah.
Every time we had the ball, we were looking to go forward. There was intent. The players were expressing themselves, and there was some good goals in there as well. I think Spurs was the only time we had more possession, and that's because they were down to 10 men for the majority of the game.
Yeah.
So even though he's made some couple tweaks, I don't think he's even done that much. I think he's told these players, listen, you lot are somewhat good in it if you're playing for Man United. Go out there and express yourself, which a lot of managers are not doing nowadays. I think a lot of managers from like the Pep Guardiola school, and I think Arteta does this as well, it's like, you need to be in this position, you need to be there, and if you follow my lead, the goals will come. Like, I remember when Arsenal were playing us and I saw Timber in a position that Odegaard should be in. And I'm like, why are you there? Like, you're a fullback. Go and fullback, my guy. Like, Timber's a great footballer, but go and fullback. Where you are, that's where someone like Odegaard should be. So I think Michael Carrick, because you see the little rondas, you see the Cunha, Dogu, Brunya, Cunha, Dogu. Like, you see it, innit? So it is nice. It is nice to be a Man United fan right now. This is not me saying, you know what, give Michael Carrick the job, because I will happily, if Luis Enrique comes in, I'll happily take Luis Enrique. But
would you?
Yeah, I would.
I don't know, man.
Nah, this is a man that's won a treble with 2 different teams. Like, I know. Regardless, we will play good football with Luis Enrique with the players we have. But right now,
Jose Mourinho not on trebles with 2 different teams.
Inter and
Porto.
Oh, that Porto treble, man. Yeah, he did, but it's not the same.
I don't know. Do you know what? I'm not comparing Jose Mourinho to Luis Enrique. I'm just saying, in terms of profile, Man United have tried it.
You tried everything.
You tried everything. So sometimes, like, when you see it, and this is it as well, Tony.
Yeah.
The closest I've seen to what I think Man United football should be was spells under Ollie as well. Well, I'm like, oh, that's what, not saying for the whole period, but there were periods where it's like, oh, that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so sometimes it's not about how big the name is or what they've won. Sometimes it's situational, bro. And I look at Michael Carrick and I look at Manchester United and I'm like, that works. That works. Like, I don't know what it is. Bro, it's like when Simon Jordan called out Eric Ten Hag after one of his first 2 games, the Man United manager. He said the Blazers doesn't fit him. And I said, yeah, you're right. And we all know... There's something for me that didn't work. The Michael Carrick or Michael Carrick, bro, it works. It works. It fits. He's a centre midfielder. It makes sense. He played the position. You're trying to...
He's the only... Him and Rooney are the only people to have won everything at United, because officially they won Europa Leagues. Yeah. But him and Wayne Rooney...
Club World Cup.
Yeah, they won it all. They're the only 2 to win that everything and plus the Europa League as well. That's why Rooney needed that FA Cup so badly, and Carrick too, to be fair. But... this is the thing.
Interesting. You're the only person at Chelsea to win everything. There's only one person in our history.
Is he African?
Nah.
Oh, Lamps.
Nah. Lamps didn't win.
Gary Cahill.
No.
But is it like along them Gary Cahill?
Nah.
Or was it earlier or later? Later. Oh, Billy.
Azpilicueta.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Billy. One and 2. Billy, Dave.
White name. Yeah, Azpilicueta.
Yeah, he won everything. Yeah, fairs.
Won everything. Won every because of the Club World Cup and the Super Cup as well.
He won the Club World Cup with you last year?
No, Club World Cup with us when we won it the first time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, not the first time. We won it, yeah.
Yeah, fairs. Yeah, no, fair enough. But this is the thing with Carrick. So, like, I do totally agree with you. It's just because there's 4. I need to see. I don't want to see us lose, because I think we should win every single game now. But I need to see you in different circumstances before I just give you the job. But right now, I am not saying we cannot give him a 2-year deal.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that. But just because this is a year, this is like in the NFL where there's a crazy free agent market.
Yeah,
I think for the first time in a long time, there's going to be some good managers out there. Who are going to be available, and you need to start the process now. But Michael Carrick or Michael Carrick is doing a very good job, because, brother, when he was the interim last time, the only person he hasn't beaten was Thomas Tuchel.
Or top managers.
Because he only done 3 games.
Oh, yeah.
And so the only person, when he's under the helm at Man United, he's only drawn 1 game, and that was against Thomas Tuchel. Every other game he's won so far. Yeah. Obviously, that will finish unless we win for the rest of our lives. Then who cares? But listen, I'm enjoying it. It is good, and I'm enjoying it because that's what it looks like. Because even the Man United wins, like, bro, we didn't play that well against Spurs, but we won 2-0.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what I think it is? Like you said, the Man United way is about just getting it done. I think the Man United way is, even if you have less possession, it's creating chances. And look at all your games, yeah? City should have scored 5. Arsenal, you had multiple chances, you scored 3. You look at Fulham game, you scored 3. And then you look at the Spurs game, you could have scored more. Like, in every game, you at least scored 2 goals, and you probably should have scored 3 or 4. Just chances, create chances, and then eventually people put it away. And
we should actually just give him the job.
Bro, yeah, I think... you can mess around, but we can wait till after the World Cup. But, bro, after the World Cup, you ain't got much of a pre-season.
Yeah.
And you ain't got much time to... I think... It's tough, right? You're probably better off doing it off the back of a draw or a loss to see how you actually feel. Because right now we're riding the crest of a wave. Right now, it feels
right
amazing.
now, listen, someone tweeted it, is that first loss is going to probably kill me. And I said, 100%. Because right now, United fans are riding a wave.
Bro, I've not seen United fans as happy.
Bro, we've only won 4 games. Like,
I know.
It feels like I've turned a new leaf. I'm looking at Premier League tables. I'm starting to do
arithmetic.
I'm starting to look at Arsenal's fixtures, bro. Why?
Yeah, like stuff.
Yeah, but it's called being a fan, right?
Yeah.
And but I do agree with you. I think, do you know what? Why not give it to him?
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Why not? Because I just think anybody else that you give it to,
I'm not saying give it to him now. I'm just saying if he carries on like this, because we can't give it to him now after 4 games. That's just silly. But he should be definitely a candidate or one of the front runners at the moment for that United job. He knows the club. He knows what needs to be done. Fair enough, we never replaced him in our midfield, but maybe we didn't replace him in our midfield because he needed to be at the helm. Yeah. Who knows? Life doesn't work. Life's not linear. It's really not linear.
No, I hear it. And he's done a very good job. Having said that, he's not the only man in the Premier League who's won 4 in a row.
No, he's not.
Rafinha.
He's won 4 in a row?
4 Premier League games in a row he's won.
Liam.
Yeah. And we can point to the opposition and say, they're not that strong, but you can only beat who's put in front of you. And I was critical when he first came in. We've not done pod for a long time, but I wasn't really having Rafinha when he first came in, just because I don't think he deserved the role, and I don't like the way that Maresca was got rid of, and I don't like the fact that we had started this process from Maresca, who by all accounts had hit his targets, and then we're looking for a new manager. Bro, in the first 4 years of Abramovich, who was considered to be ruthless, he got through 2 managers, in Ranieri and Mourinho. Bear in mind, he inherited Ranieri. In the first 4 years of this operation, it's Thomas Tuchel, as permanent managers, by the way, not including like Bruno and Frank Lampard, but permanent managers. You had Thomas Tuchel, you went to Graham Potter, you went to Pochettino, you went to Maresca, and now you're on your 5th manager.
That's crazy.
Bro, like you talk about Abramovich being ruthless. These guys are way more, these guys are moving like Watford. That's the, bro, 5 managers in 4 years is, less than 4 years is crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And so, it's a wait and see situation. Would I be surprised if Chelsea don't make the Champions League this year and crash out the Champions League early doors and go out the FA Cup this weekend? Will I be surprised to see them sack him? No, because right now I know I'm dealing with arguably bigger war criminals than the actual war criminal. like we are in uncharted territory right now, and all I can say is that I'm appreciative that we've kind of found form, and I've said this from the beginning. I think our ceiling is as high as any team in the world. And that sounds dramatic, but I genuinely think that. I think our ceiling is as high as any team in the world.
I'm going to let you finish before I interject, but yeah, go on.
As any team in the world. I can give you the reason for that.
Yeah.
Jamie Carragher went on TV and he talked about, he's got a problem with Chelsea at the moment. He talked about how Chelsea won the Club World Cup, but it felt like hitting nigga damn because the champions of Spain, the champions of England, the champions of Italy weren't in it. When Chelsea played the champions of England in Liverpool, what did they do this season? They beat them. When Chelsea played the champions of Spain this season, the Champions League in Barcelona, what did they do to them? Slap them 3-0. When Chelsea played the champions of Italy this year, in Italy, at a place they haven't lost since 2024 in Napoli, what did Chelsea do? Beat them. Bro, like, when you talk about the best teams in the world, when Chelsea played them this season, it's been a game. It's not like these teams have slapped us. We drew against Arsenal with 10 men at Stamford Bridge, when Caicedo got sent off after 30 minutes. We drew City with Callum McFarlane as our manager. Callum McFarlane was our interim manager.
Yeah, what was going? Yeah, I remember that was during AFCON. Who the hell?
He came in as an interim. The guy didn't want a job.
He was managing at like Tooting and Mitchell.
Yeah, bro. Like this guy did not want the job. He reluctantly had to sit in the seat, and we drew City at the Etihad. I'm just saying that when we play against the best teams, there's nothing to say to me that we can't compete. People are telling me that these are the best teams in the world, the best teams in Europe, the best team in Spain. We slapped Barcelona 3-0. We've forgotten about that. And so our ceiling is as high as, because I don't think football's at an amazing level right now, as high as any team in the world. Our floor, that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Our floor is as low as the teams that finish 17th and 18th in the league. Genuinely, like I've seen us lose at home against Sunderland, lose at home against Brighton. I've seen us like have some poor losses. So I think that averages out to us finishing inside the top 4, top 5. But I do think that we've got a good chance in the cup competitions. Not saying that we're going to win the Champions League, but I feel something in the air.
And that's you being a fan, and I totally get that. So what can Liam Rafinha do? Is Liam Rafinha going to be the guy to get you to the ceiling? Or is he going to be the guy to raise your floor level?
Well, it depends on what you want, man.
Yeah, but
Because
what do you want as a fan?
I haven't seen Chelsea win the Premier League since 2017. I haven't seen Chelsea in a title race since 2017. The last time we won the league was the last time we were in the title race. It's been almost a decade. But in the meantime, I've seen us win the Champions League. So if you're telling me that Relays Retinia comes in and Chelsea win the Champions League, I don't really care what we finish in the league.
Yeah.
But is that sustainable? Is that sustainable? We've seen Chelsea go well in cup competitions, and the league is just kind of falling away. So if you ask me what I want a club that can compete on all fronts and genuinely compete. Not in the Premier League title race in fucking like November when Arsenal come to Stamford Bridge. People are like, oh, Chelsea in the title race. We weren't. Like, that's November.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be in the title race come like April and May when the sun comes back out and you put the yellow ball away, it's the white ball again, and 4:30 kickoffs are under the sunshine. I want that, bro. And I ain't had that since 2017, Tony. I ain't had a title race.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you know what I mean? Like I think United have been in closer title races than us since 20. We've not been anywhere near it, bro.
Yeah, we've been top. We've been top in January.
Bro, have we come second? Like,
I don't think you've come second.
No, it's 2018. What happened in 2018?
We came second.
17-18, what happened for Chelsea? We came 5th. 18-19, we came 3rd. 19-20, we came 4th. 20-21, we came 3rd. 21-22, we came 3rd. Then we've been, we haven't come second.
There was like the 12th. And
the 12th and then that. Bro, we haven't come second.
We haven't come second.
Brother, like, yeah, okay. But with Rosinia, I'm happy with how things are going. There's not really much more to delve in when it comes to Chelsea in terms of we're there or thereabouts. I think top 4 race will end up being Arsenal, I think, win it. Man City second.
Say United, bro.
Yeah, I think United finished third. I actually do. I think United finished third. But that's because you're in one competition. But like, yeah, I think United finished third. Yeah. 4th, I think Chelsea, and I think Liverpool finished 5th, and I think Villa drop out.
All right. Look, one more thing about Rosinia.
Sorry.
Like, how do you see him as a manager? Because everyone was getting onto him.
Because he's Asian men.
Yeah, because he's Asian men, which is an insane thing to say. But like, people might think he's a bit quirky. But from what I've seen, and I haven't seen much, it seems like the players really like him.
Yeah, it does seem like the players like him. They're gonna like him if we're winning. Do you know what I mean? He's only lost 2 games, and those 2 games were against Arsenal, both in the League Cup. He's won every other game apart from that. That's like 6 or 7 other games. So like, he's going well. He's doing well. I don't know, bro. Is he the guy? I don't know. Like, I think for me to say it with chest, like, would just be me blindly being a fan. Yeah. I would like to think
he did well at Strasbourg.
He did. He finished 7th in League A. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's well with Strasbourg. Bear in mind, they can take any of our players on loan when they want. Yeah. Like, it's like Vitesse. You did well with Vitesse. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but that's...
and as a young black manager, I want him to succeed. I'm not gonna lie. I want him to succeed and be successful because it will hopefully open the pathway for other young black managers. And it's very rare, bro. When do you see a young black manager get a top job in England? Never. It never happens. Not in my lifetime, anyway. So I think it'll be important if he succeeds. I don't know if he's going to be the guy. Hopefully he is. Did Arsenal fans think that, I don't know if they're going to win it, that Arteta would be the guy? Like, some of them didn't. Some of them still don't think he is. Yeah. Like, did Pep got the Barcelona job? That was his first major job in management. Like, we don't... I think football's non-linear. Do you know what I mean? Like, right now, you're probably feeling that Michael Carrick might be the guy to take you to your glory. Do you know what I mean?
Michael Carrick could be the first English manager to win a Premier League, innit?
Well, it's a race between him and Rosinia. Let's go. Let's go. But yeah, bro,
this season.
Let's see. The quotes need to stop, though, and they have stopped. The Asian men is,
Yeah, I think that was just nasty work at first because people just didn't know about him. But I guess if you win games, you shut people up, right?
That's it, bro. Football's simple. Like, I know Arne Slot tried to come out the other day and say, it's probably a good segue for Liverpool, but tried to come out the other day and say that he cares more about style of play than results. But come on, bro. Results are everything.
He's gone by the end of the season.
Yeah, has to.
I think he has to go. I think...
Should we talk about Liverpool versus Man City?
Yeah, definitely, because it was a great game. I watched the highlights, so you told me to watch the highlights. And I could see why, like, Super Sunday, the two top teams back in the day, or people who've been JJing for the leagues for so long. But one, I think, for Liverpool, that's... no one's talking... I think everyone's talking about this result for City because obviously it means they're still in the title race. Yeah. Even though it's just February, they're still in the race. But no one's talking about the result for Liverpool. Yeah. Because now Liverpool have lost another game. Yeah. Now, we're not even sure Liverpool will make the Champions League.
Bro, their fixtures are so difficult right now.
And their fixtures are difficult. And spending nearly $500 million and not even getting worse.
Shout out to Spoonie, by the way. We were at Leanne Sanderson's wedding and we brought this up, bro. We said that, bear in mind where we're at with that. We were at Leanne Sanders, big up Leanne, by the way. We were at her wedding and we were all talking about footy and we said it'll be a disgrace if Liverpool don't win the league. Bro, after spending 400 million, it'll be a disgrace if they don't win the league. Brother, we're talking about them not making the Champions League. I'm so sorry, but there's been worse title defenses in terms of league positions. You could say the year after Leicester won it, the year that Chelsea finished 10th after winning it. But in terms of what transpired, brother, they spent £400 million to build a dynasty. They said we're going to go on one of those United runs or City runs where we're going to win 3 in a row. Broski, this has been shocking. Shocking.
Absolutely nasty work.
Nasty work.
And what's even crazy is that the way they've been losing it, bro, it reminds me of Ten Hag's second season. Like, people don't want to admit it, and people think I'm just comparing Dutch managers, but it reminds me of Ten Hag's second season. The way they concede goals, the way that you could just, every time you see a goal, Liverpool concede a goal, you just see people running back and there's just an island. You're thinking, where is everyone? And that's what happened. If you go watch the goals that Man United conceded on the second season of Ten Hag, where Casemiro was on an island and Jamie Carragher was saying, leave the football before the football leaves you. It's just on an island. Like, the way Liverpool transition defensively is just not good enough, bro. And you can easily get at Liverpool. I said it at the start. We'll do this one day towards the end of the season, where I said from game one, I said these men will not win the league. I said, the way you're playing is just not sustainable.
No, he didn't say they wouldn't win the league. You said that the way they're playing is not sustainable. But I think you picked.
I literally said it's only one game, but they don't win the league. Remember I said that?
Ooh, we have to check the tapes.
Oh, check the tapes.
Yeah, VAR that.
I know 100%. I said it's only one game, but I said Liverpool don't win the league.
Because City beat because City beat Wolves. Yeah,
City beat Wolves 4-0, and I said it's only one game, but Liverpool don't win the league. And this isn't even. Liverpool can't even talk about league. They need to try and make Champions League, because financially, bro, spending $500 million and then not making the Champions League next year, they won't be able to buy anyone.
Do you know what the issue I think they've got? I think if you look at the midfield, and Daniel Sturridge kind of said a similar thing on Super Sunday. They haven't got a designated midfielder who said it's my job to kind of be a shithouse.
Oh, and when I told you this, and when I said this, when I said eventually, because last season they were good. And I said this. I've been saying this from last year. I said I love Ryan Gravenberch as a footballer, but he's not a holding midfielder. Yeah. And you got away with that last season because everyone else is rubbish. But as soon as everyone clocks that, brother, you don't have a holding midfielder.
Yeah.
I said you can't do this. It's not sustainable. You cannot have a midfield of McAllister, Gravenberch, and Soboslai. This isn't FIFA. I wouldn't even say FM, because that won't even work on FM. You can't. Who's your 6?
Yeah, unless you retrain Gravenberch.
Gravenberch is not a 6.
Unless you retrain them.
Gravenberch is not a 6.
Okay, cool.
He's not, and I said this. Bro.
No, he's not a 6 in this country because of where Arsenal taking football in this country, because it's nasty. But Gravenberch can be a deep line playmaker. No, yes, he can. He can't be a deep line playmaker.
That was not his game. That's not his game, bro. Ryan Gravenberch, I watched at Ajax. Yes,
different player now.
Different player now. No, but it's a different player now because he got forced to play in that role, and clearly it's not working.
Bro, no, he can. I just don't think he's physical enough for it. Because do you know a comparison? Do you want me to give you a Gravenberch comparison?
Go on.
Try and guess. Former Chelsea player.
Mikel. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. It's not the same.
I like the fact you're on the same wavelength.
It's not the same. Huh?
I like the fact you're on the same wavelength. You got it.
I got it. Yeah. But it's not the same.
Why?
Because Jean-Obi Mikel changed his position under one of the greatest defensive managers of all time.
Yeah, that's the thing.
So
if Slott's a better manager, bro, if you've got a better manager there, you can make Gravenberch into a deep line playmaker.
If my grandma had built, she would have been a buck.
I know, bro. I know.
And Jean-Obi Mikel was a serious footballer. Like,
Gravenberch is a serious footballer.
I don't think.
I don't know, but I'm not going to ever put him above Jean-Obi Mikel. I've seen Jean-Obi Mikel be the player of the match man of the match in the Champions League final. Gravenberch is a serious player though. He can play football. Anyone who's played FM, you signed Gravenberch.
Yeah, 100%. Gravenberch is a serious player. But Jean-Obi Mikel, he could make that transition because he was just so technically good and he was physical as well.
So's Gravenberch, bro.
Yeah, but you literally said he's not that physical.
Yeah, but I'm saying where the Premier League is right now.
I don't know what they eat pala in Amsterdam. I don't know. I don't know what that man eat. All I had in Amsterdam was pancakes, bro.
Pancakes.
Do you know what I mean? All I had was pancakes and bulldog calf. Do you know what I mean? John Mikel's eating pancakes, he's eating shit dog, he's eating pounded yam.
Pancakes and zoots, bro.
Do you know what I mean? Pancakes and zoots is not going to get...
That's not the recipe to get
so
it done. That's the recipe to get it done.
That's not the recipe to become a 6.
Yeah.
Pancake zoots and Vondel Park, bro. That's not going to get you anywhere,
That's not going to get you anywhere. Yeah, fair enough. Now, fair enough. And that's where Liverpool are. But we need to talk about City real quick. City are... They're not back, but that game, the way they celebrated it afterwards...
Needed.
It moved the needle a little bit. Do you know, like the United versus, or the Arsenal United game a few weeks ago, Super Sunday, moved the needle. We're like, oh, it jolted things. There was a tectonic plate that moved. You're like, oh, I felt something. That one yesterday, I felt something because I went to the office, the TalkSport office. I looked at Arsenal fans. I started talking to Arsenal fans. I said, oh, you're putting on a brave face, but that one hurt you. That one felt like you lost. That one felt like you lost. Because you see Gravenberch score a free kick like that, you say, perfect. Sorry, Soberslide score a free kick like that, you say, perfect. He done it against us, he's done it against them, payback, title done, 9 points. But for City to come back like that, I think Arsenal fans are looking at it and say, bro, by the time Arsenal next play against Brentford, who are good at home, City play before them, the gap could be 3 points.
And they still got to go to Etihad.
Brother,
Bro, there's still a lot. Listen,
there's still a lot of
football to play, man. Because those two teams are going to be fighting on multiple fronts.
Yes,
they've got each other on a Carabao Cup. They've got the FA Cup to do. They've got the Champions League to do. It's going to be those midweek games where you've got. In March, where you've got a Champions League thing, you've got to travel to the Bernabeu, and then you've got to go to bloody Molineux, and you might not know there's a trap gate. Like it's gonna be then. Yeah. Like this one, as you're right, definitely moved the needle because I think everyone would have had City dead and buried if Liverpool. We would have said, you know what, title's done, 9 points. How are you gonna do it? But now it's like, okay, there's still some life in the City team.
Bro, this is the first time that City have done a double over Liverpool since 1932 or something like that.
Which is insane.
It's insane. Pep's never won at Anfield with fans in the stadium. Like, bro, it's insane. It moved things. I saw ways that Haaland celebrated, and I saw the way that Pep celebrated, and I said, yo, you lot... And
Haaland's first goal at Anfield in the Prem, right?
I think so, yeah.
Prem, yeah.
And bear in mind, it was just a penalty. The way that he celebrated that, and then you look at the players that they brought in, bro, they didn't bring players in to say, oh, these are... I think Pep leaves in the summer. They brought players in to win right now. Yeah. Bro, Semenyo came in. There was no kind of getting used to the squad. He starts every game. He has started every game in the Prem. Like, these are guys to win right now. And I think that Pep sniffed something. And I feel like, just watch City closely, innit? Because I don't think Pep wants to leave English football without winning the title in his final season, like kind of leaving it how he found it.
Yeah, he wants to have a last minute hurrah. And listen, I've been telling Arsenal fans, you don't want to get into a race with Manchester City.
Bro,
they've not lost a title
race ever. Even before Pep Guardiola.
Even like, I was telling Debo the other day, he was like, oh, but that was Pep. I said, no, brother. I said, I lost a title race. And then we had 6 games to go.
Bro.
6 games to go, 6 points clear, and we lost the title.
11-12, Aguero. You think about 13-14 under Pellegrini, bro. Liverpool had it in their hands. This is Gerrard saying, we do not let it slip. Bro. And he slipped. And Liverpool, bro, and the pressure they can apply, the City fan base, and people can criticize them as much as they want, but what they feel when they go to the stadium, especially in the Premier League, yo, we've always got a chance. They feel like how United felt in the 90s and the early 2000s. Like, yo, like, we've always got a chance. Yeah. And I think about how many final days that we've gone to and City have just won. They've never gone to final day and not won the league. And so whether it's Mancini, Pellegrini, Pep Guardiola, it's City in 5.
City in 5, bro.
Yeah.
And I don't even want City to win the league, but yeah, you know what?
I do, man.
United, man.
What should we go on to next? What should we talk about now?
Quick Super Bowl, innit? Super Bowl 60.
Shit game.
It was terrible. And I watched the Super Bowl and I was just thinking to myself, as a Broncos fan, I was thinking, Mr. Schedule, like, why are we not here?
Schedule, Tony?
Drake the Schedule May. And listen,
Why are you laughing, Zach?
Because it's true. And do you know what I don't like here? I hate when people try to gaslight me and tell me things that I see what my eyes are seeing. I see it. And then next thing you know, people are like, but no, he's this. And no, he's got the second best completed percentage. And I'm like, brother, I'll never forget. No one expected the Patriots to meet the Super Bowl. I will never forget my brother saying, we're going to make the playoffs. And I was like, brother, like, what are you on about? And he said, look at our schedule. That was the only thing he said to me. He said, look at our schedule. I went, oh, bang. Oh, you could. Now, I didn't think they'll get the second seed. I didn't think they'll make the decision. And credit to Drake May and Mike Vrabel. I watched Drake May when he played the Jags with my own eyes in London. And I remember seeing him, his only touchdown drive he had in that game. I remember seeing it and I said, kid's got something. So I'm not saying anything bad about Drake May. But what I'm not going to do, because that was everyone's number 2 in the MVP, by the way.
Yeah, as he should have been. Who should be number 2 in the MVP?
I don't know.
Who should be number 2 in the MVP?
This was a poor season of NFL football, man. This was
you can't do that.
I'm saying this as my team that won the first seed because I didn't expect us to be the number 1 seed.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Because if you're going to say that, you got to bring your team into it as well.
Remember, I said we can maybe win our division.
Because who's number 1? Who's number 1 seed in the NFC? Seattle. Sam Darnold. I know you got more. Okay.
No.
Let's do this.
Let's do this with Sam Darnold.
Let's do this with Sam Darnold because I'm.
Clap for the nigga.
Congratulations, Sam Darnold. You're no longer seeing ghosts. Whoever did that to him in NFL films, by the way, nasty work. That could have ruined a man's career, bro. But you're finally not seeing
ghosts. The cookies. I ain't seen what's that nigga's name, bro? Keon Coleman. I've not seen Keon Coleman since, bro. You know what? No, he caught a catch against us in the playoffs, and I said, "Damn cookies!" I said,
Keon Coleman, where you been?
Keon Coleman, bro.
Yeah. So congratulations, and nothing to shake a stick at. What 14 wins in Minnesota? You come and you got Justin Jefferson saying that we would have won more games if he had stayed. Do you know what I mean? And so your stock is up right now. But no one can tell me that it's a vintage NFL season when you've got Sam Darnold versus Drake May in the Super Bowl. Yeah,
no, it's not. And I totally agree with you. This has not been a vintage NFL season. No one could have predicted those two teams to make the Super Bowl. My thing is now with Sam Darnold is, hey, he came out of that stacked draft year in 2018 with Baker, Lamar, Josh Rosen, Josh Allen, Sam Darnold. And Sam Darnold, corrects me if I'm wrong, was number 2 out of them?
Second to go. Baker was number 1.
Baker was number 1. Sam Darnold number 2. Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Josh Rosen, Josh Allen, then Lamar. Josh Rosen, God knows where he is now. But he's the only one to win a ring.
Yeah.
And fair enough, I would totally agree with you if this was Sam Darnold's first one and done year. Like, this was not one and done, sorry. This was his first year where he was the first seed. And you know what? He just randomly got the first seed and won a Super Bowl. Great season. Kurt Warner Bowl, whatever. But back-to-back years of winning 14 games. And bear in mind, Minnesota said, thank you for winning 14 games. But we're going to go with Mr. Have you seen that JJ McCarthy clip? No. You know the one where he's looking at the camera and he's like, I want it. Yeah, like when he won the game ball once, and that's what he was doing. But anyway, and Minnesota said, no, thank you for that. Thank you for getting us on 1 seed, but we don't want you.
Yeah.
And then he goes into another team with Seattle, made Jackson JSN he made him the offensive player of the year.
Did he make him that?
Yes, because no one had JSN being the offensive player of the year this season, bro. No one said JSN's gonna. Would you even start of the year? Were you calling JSN a top 5 receiver going into year 3? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't have, and that's true. So we've got. I'm not trying to say Sam Darnold has turned a massive even leaf, even though we've done this for 2 years now. I just want to give the nigga his flowers.
You know why? I will give him his flowers. Congratulations.
And maybe it's the Jets.
And maybe it is the Jets. Yeah, because there's niggas in college saying that they don't want to come to the NFL because they might get drafted by the Jets. But what I will say is that Sam Darnold done a very good job, and what justifies all of this is his performance in the NFC Championship game when he JJ'd with the league MVP and came out on top. He bested Matt Stafford. So for that, and it's a small sample size sport. So if you do that in the semifinals effectively, no one can take that away from you. You got that forever. My only thing is, it's so situational. There's probably like 10 other quarterbacks who I think you could put in that exact same situation that would have that team being better or have the same results. Do you know what I mean? He didn't do anything apart from the NFC Championship, which you can't take away. That's huge. He didn't do anything that I think if you put Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson.
Sure, but you can say that about when the Eagles won with Jalen Hurts. And you can say...
No, because Jalen Hurts, I've seen him do it in 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
I've seen him do it in 2 Super Bowls.
But the same way when they were winning in the regular season, you're thinking, I can put another quarterback into that season.
Yeah, probably.
With an Eagles stack team.
But you are probably right, and that's why Jalen Hurts doesn't get the top 5. That's why still to this day, people put Joe Burrow over Jalen Hurts. To this day.
Yeah, that's insane though.
Yeah, but you understand it because you see it with your own 2 eyes.
Yeah.
And you say, if you put Joe Burrow on the Eagles, Come on.
Listen,
They're
I'm not
running
going to
the-
come out
they're
here
running
and
the
say Sam
table.
Darnold's a top 10 quarterback.
But you just want to give him his flowers.
I just want to give him his flowers because you know what?
I'm being a dick.
Yeah,
You're being
do
fair.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
you're
that's
being
okay.
fair.
Like, give
I'm
the nigga
hating.
his flowers. But I get why you're hating. This has been a nasty year in the
It's
league.
a nasty year,
Like,
bro.
it's the season where Tom Brady didn't do nothing.
Yeah,
and
bro.
and we had that. It was 2016, right?
What happened in 2016?
The 2016 season or the 2017 season where the AFC Championship game was the Jags versus the Patriots, and Case Keenum versus. It was Blake Bortles versus Tom Brady, Case Keenum versus who was the Saints
Matt Ryan.
quarterback?
No,
it wasn't.
Wait, no, because that's
It was Minnesota versus Minnesota Miracle.
Yeah, but 2017, that was the Falcons.
Nick
versus,
Foles.
Oh yeah,
Case Keenum versus Nick Foles in the NFC Championship game.
Yes.
And the AFC Championship game was Blake Bortles versus Tom Brady. Like,
Yes.
Like, it was nasty work.
No, but it was a good comeback. That was a decent. They had who's the quarterback?
Look at the four quarterbacks in the AFC Championship game and the NFC Championship game, man. Come on. Blake Bortles, Case Keenum, Nick Foles, and Tom Brady.
Tom Brady's still there.
Yeah, exactly. So we had one. So in this case, Bo Nix. But no, I'm joking. But do you know what I mean? We had one good quarterback out of those three that shouldn't have been there.
I just think that the NFL, this is me. I'm so biased when it comes to the NFL. I view it through the lens of Tom Brady. I'm like, it's Tom Brady's world and we're all just living in it.
Yeah.
Whether niggas playing for the Patriots or he's playing for the Bucks or he's commentating or he's
The Patriots still haven't run a ring about Tom Brady.
Bro, that's when they're asking pre-game, like, he goes, I haven't got a dog in the fight. He was hoping that Drake May lost that.
Of course he did.
Bro,
of course he did.
Bro, last year I got to hear Tom Brady commentate on Patrick Mahomes losing and he was like, such a great quarterback. The guy was buzzing.
He was buzzing.
And like, I just feel like when you got protagonists, especially the quarterbacks, that you can really, bro, how different would this have felt? And I know you don't rate Drake May, but say the Patriots would have won and Drake May would have won Super Bowl. All of a sudden we're sitting there having conversations.
Brother, he was getting Tom Brady comparisons. He was getting Tom Brady comparisons.
Because he played better than Brady. Brady won Super Bowl in his second year in the league.
Yes.
Drake May got to Super Bowl in the second year in the league.
Yes.
Drake May was way better than Tom Brady at this age.
Yes.
Better. Yeah,
however,
way better.
more games, so you can't really compare the stats.
No. You can even take a game off of that.
Take a game out, yes, you can. Yeah, 100%.
Bro, Tom Brady.
But you could die.
Bro,
there was a rough in the passer back then. 2001, you could die on the pitch, bro.
Tom Brady threw one touchdown that whole playoffs, and that was in the Super Bowl. That's come on, bro.
It was 2001. Life was different.
No,
listen, America was going through a lot then, innit?
All I'm saying is that I'm here for the storylines. If Drake May won that, the storylines today would be like, oh shit, what
That's crazy, bro. Tom Brady made his debut the day after 9/11.
Yes.
That's insane.
Yeah, we're old, bro.
We're old, bro.
I remember watching the Sky Sports program, America's Game. I remember that was one of the first episodes I watched. Bro, Brady, I just feel like that we were just let down a little bit in terms of lack of storylines.
I think we're let down by the game. Like, I'm sorry, to only, like, fair enough, Drake May scored 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But to only your points were at the end of the fourth quarter. But going into the fourth, it was 19-0. Put it this way, Kenneth Walker III, who is kind of practically not even their starting running back because they use Charbonnet. They use Charbonnet more than Kenneth Walker. He got the MVP without scoring a touchdown. They should have given the MVP to the kicker. He scored 17 points. That's who you give the MVP to. He's the one that scored the most points. But imagine giving Roger Goodell would rather die. You know that guy in the gym where he lifted, he said, bitch, I'd rather die.
Yeah.
That is Roger Goodell giving the Super Bowl MVP to a kicker.
If Tom Brady had those exact numbers that Sam Darnold had, they're giving the MVP to Tom Brady.
Exactly. Because
if Drake May had the same numbers that Sam Darnold had,
he's giving that.
So that's what I mean, bro. The script writers did not want this. Sam Darnold,
yeah, bro.
How can Sam Darnold be the quarterback that wins the Super Bowl and he don't win the MVP? It don't move me, bro. It don't move me.
It doesn't move me. Even a defensive player didn't even win the Super Bowl MVP, bro. Because there's not a Legion of Boom.
Bro, when Von Miller won it moved me. I said,
because the strip sack, bro. Yeah. The script writers, it was the number 2, it was the 20 of the what? When did we draft Von Miller? 2008, 9. But put it this way, Cam Newton was the number 1 pick, Von Miller was the number 2. Yeah. We had them going at the Super Bowl. It was perfect.
That was perfect.
Super Bowl 50.
Say Cam, that's a
script. The script writers were loving it.
Yeah, bro, that's what I mean. This wasn't like even last year, right? Last year was good because we'll talk about something else. Last year was good because Kendrick Lamar was performing at halftime. But last year you had them going for the three-peat, the Chiefs, and you had the Eagles. Bro, I felt something. It was a rematch as well.
It was like Cavs Golden State. We thought we were about to go have a
yeah. But yeah, shout out Sam Darnold, shout out to the Seahawks.
Yeah, nasty year in the NFL.
But the best team the whole year. They number one seed in the NFC. They won Super Bowl. They probably deserve to win it.
Yeah, and listen, don't be surprised if I don't see the Patriots making the Super Bowl. I don't see them making the Super Bowl anytime soon.
No, the AFC is too difficult. This was their year. This was their year to do it. Can we quickly talk about? Zach's looking at me to move on. Can we quickly talk about the halftime performance? Because I know that we're all.
You didn't like it? Double español.
You speak Spanish. Oh, give me Zach. Give me one bad bunny bar. We don't know what the nigga is saying. Do you know what I mean? So we can all say, "Oh, amazing, incredible message." I get the message, and bro. We don't know what.
You have to press C translation after,
bro. We don't know what he's saying. So everyone's like, "Oh, it's amazing." I'm like, "You don't know what he's saying, bro."
It's that song where it's like,
brother, you're singing.
we don't know it, but it's lit.
Yeah, bro, and that. Nah, listen.
What'd you rate out of 10?
I think it was alright.
What'd you rate out of 10?
6.5?
Yeah, 7 out of 10. And listen, you gotta remember, cool. You watch WWE, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Bad Bunny was at Extreme Rules? That entrance was crazy. You've got to remember, you got to remember, there's a whole other world out there. This is the #1 streamed artist on Spotify.
Yeah.
There's a whole nother world out there that, remember, Spanish is the second most spoken language in the world, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that understand it, and it's not for you. Listen, the same way I loved Kendrick's performance, because when he was doing what's that song, Peekaboo. When he was doing Peekaboo, I was like, I was feeling it, but I was feeling it because it represented me.
But
this time it represented.
Zach, did it represent you, Kendrick performance?
No, because he light skin. but exactly.
Bro, how can you watch the Super Bowl and not watch the performance?
Exactly.
Bro,
he turned it away.
All right, turn the TV off.
All right, Jake Paul. Turn your TV off. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what you did. Yeah, and that's what you did. So listen, this was for them.
Yeah.
He had a nice message, and at least he had that in English. And he even said, "Listen, he said it when it got announced. He said you got 6 months to learn Spanish. Do what you will."
That's true. That's actually a good lens to look at it through. It was for them.
It was for them. It was for them, especially what they're going through right now.
Yeah. See, thank you for making me view things more maturely. Yeah.
Bro, even Latinos for Trump are in the mud at the moment.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, you know, for us, it weren't amazing, but like you said, it was for them.
Bro, look at if you saw like how he portrayed it, like he was going through when he had the ball, he was like pretending to run through, and he was going through everything he grew up with. So you can see the people, you see all the abuelos playing thingy, you saw the girls getting their nails, you saw the people buying fruit. Like that's what he grew up in Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
like the same way how we had like every performer does their own different thing, and everyone, like, this is, brother, Puerto Rico's a part of America.
Yeah, no,
so, like,
crazy.
It's not like we didn't have an American citizen.
This is, like you said, the one of the highest streaming artists in the world.
He's the #1.
And he's right now, he's saying, I don't know if I can perform in America right now because ICE are going to be outside my shows. So you're right, it was for them. And they're going, yeah, fair enough. I'll take that back. I just didn't rate it, but I don't understand Spanish. Like, I couldn't sing on to one single song. Yeah,
and that's fine. That's okay. You just got to just bop your head, bop your shoulders a bit and say, "I papi," but that's about it, man.
Before we wrap, should we talk about Enya Luko?
Yeah, we've got
Take it back to football. So she jumped on the podcast, I think it's 90s Babies podcast, and was talking about the opportunities or lack thereof for females. She wasn't talking about black people this time, talking about females in football, in women's football. I mentioned, was it the Euros final where she wasn't a part of any of the broadcast teams?
Yeah, her and Farrah Williams.
Her and Farrah Williams, who was also of black origin. And it's kind of caused a stir because she name-checked and reignited her feud with Ian Wright, who of course is a big advocate for women's football, is a big pundit on women's football, and Neda Manua, who's across women's and men's football as well, and obviously former Man City player and top guy as well. And it's I would say it's divided people, but I don't actually think it has divided people, bro.
No,
I think most people are on the side of, yo, Eni, like, we get how you feel, but this was not the right way to say it.
Well, that's the side
And
we're
this was
on.
not-
I don't think many people are on the side of we get how you feel. Everyone's just like,
to be
shut
fair,
up.
bro, I was being diplomatic. I actually don't get how you feel.
Yeah.
I don't get
Well,
how you
no,
feel.
that's the thing. Like, I try to understand.
And you are, because we talked about it on the phone earlier,
Yeah.
and you're more understanding, and you kind of like made me kind of view it in a certain way in terms of being a dark-skinned female in women's football, in the sport that you've helped be a pioneer in. You're going to feel a certain type of way not being a pundit, but the way she went about it was...
Yeah, I think, listen, I somewhat get her point, but the way she went about it was totally wrong.
How so?
Because you went out against people that are being allies for the sport.
Yeah.
Like, that was not the way to do it. And I get where she's coming from, because she's like, listen, I've got all these caps for England. Farah's the most capped player in England, like men and women's. She's got the most out of anyone. She's represented England the most out of anyone on this earth. So I totally get what you're saying, but there's a way to articulate that and not get onto the people, and especially the people that are who are advocates for the game.
Yeah.
Because what you've done now, and considering that people don't like you anyway,
Yeah.
like public opinion's not great on you. What you've done is just made it 10 times worse. And what you've done also, I think, and unfortunately this is not her fault, but as a black person, you've got to realise this, is that we can't make mistakes. And unfortunately that's not
We can, but the society doesn't allow us.
Society doesn't allow us. That's what I'm saying.
So
Society,
we're allowed to make
we're
mistakes.
allowed to make mistakes because we're human, but unfortunately society doesn't view us as human.
Yeah.
They man like animals more than they like us, bro. So like, we're not afforded that luxury.
Yeah.
We're just not. So by you doing that, you're not only hurting yourself even more, you could potentially hurt other people, other women of color that are trying to get into the industry. Now, we've still got women in color in the industry. You got Anita Asante, you got Leanne, big up Leanne, and they're doing their thing. But if you keep going on like this, you could hurt the opportunity for other people, and it's just the wrong way to do it. And I get where she's saying, because she feels like she's on an island and she's by herself, because there's not many people that look like her doing what she does, and I totally get that. But you just articulated it wrong, and it's and unfortunately you done it on the wrong podcast as well, because obviously them man were just going to be like, you know what, black women, we got to advocate for what she says. But if we were speaking to her, we could have, like, if we were speaking to her, for example, we could have challenged, not even challenged it, we would have said, okay, different perspective, but maybe, have you seen it like this? Have you seen it like that? I totally get what you're saying, but there's also this in broadcasting.
And we've also got to move strategic as well, right? Like, we've got to bear in mind, at this moment in time, Ian Wright is damn near a national treasure. So if a well thought of ex-white pundit man went after Righty, that's making headlines the next day, because that's Righty, that's Uncle Righty, let alone somebody that splits opinion. God damn it, bro. Like, that is not a strategic way to go about it.
terrible.
You could have mentioned other people's names and not Ian Wright, or not Eneda Manuha. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't feel like allyship. And so, yeah, I just didn't love the way that she went about it. And now you've left yourself vulnerable to be attacked by multiple people on multiple platforms. And that's happening right now. And people, let's not get twisted, people are salivating at the prospect of bringing her down. But if I'm being completely honest, bro, like, she was an idiot for doing that. She was an idiot for doing that. And like, and you have to call it out when you see it. And we'll see how it all unfolds. Apparently she's going to TalkSport tomorrow, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, it's an interesting one, bro. It's one to just kind of put in the pocket and see how it goes. But I didn't love when I saw it. I didn't love it.
I didn't love it either.
love it.
And I saw it as a perspective of just, you're just hurting us, man.
Yeah.
And I get how you feel. And that's me being nice and me being black, if I'm being honest. But
You are being nice, and we are being nice.
I'm being nice,
Yeah,
but
bro,
she's not being nice.
We are being nice,
And
because
It's not the right way to do things, man.
Come on.
Like, come on. This isn't even, brother, she's been doing it for time. And when people, and when
But
people
the thing
don't
is,
like you.
it feels like a little bit self-serving, because it's like, I haven't been part of the final coverage. It feels like, I don't know if you're doing it to represent people,
women.
the great good, or yeah. And I get it, right? In terms of women's football ain't always been popping. There ain't always been bread in women's football. It's got cool, like, recently. And so I can understand, if you've been in it for a time and you've been a pioneer, how you're looking at it a certain type of way, being like, yo, where were you, man, when it wasn't popping and I was getting paid like £10 a week? Do you know what I mean? I can understand why it's like, oh, now there's big bread in it and now it's time to like travel the world and cover tournaments. I'm being overlooked. I can understand that frustration. Sometimes you just got to hold that and just voice it to your loved ones. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to voice that to your loved ones and not voice it out publicly, because that's not going to get you more work.
And listen,
That's not going to get you.
it's not going to get you more
we're
work.
producers, right? Say you just, like, if you're a producer
I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, you do. Oh yeah, she has it. Yeah, that's not gonna get you more work. And also, like, unfortunately, how society works, you look like the angry black woman, man.
Yeah, I know.
You look like, and this is the thing. There's nothing wrong with that because black women are allowed to be angry.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in a white-dominated society where they don't even like us, you're not helping yourself. Like it's. Like I saw it and I was just like, oh no, because I just knew for a fact people don't like you anyway, and you're just adding more fuel for them. Like, brother, White and Jordan are getting home tomorrow because they know that what Simon Jordan's going to say and the opinions of it and the way he's going to articulate it is just going to make her look dumb. Like that's the real nigga shit about it.
Yeah,
if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
That's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
Like that's why they're doing it, man.
Yeah, I think.
And it's unfortunate. Like for someone
who loves her should advise her not to go on that show.
Exactly. Like I'm sorry, whoever her agent is, I would have said do not go on that show.
We'll see if it happens.
But listen, that's another episode for RNS. Like, share, subscribe. We back up. United are gonna win the league in a bit.